I love having people over on the weekend for breakfast, but I don't want to spend hours in the kitchen making some elaborate meal. I just want to throw something together in a few minutes that looks good, tastes great, and is a bit impressive, so I can spend lots of time with my friends. Let's make this beautiful bacon and egg breakfast tart on the One Pot Chef. First things first, we're going to cook off some bacon in a fry pan over medium to high heat. I put a little bit of oil, and we're just going to cook off 3 strips of bacon, which I've just cut up into chunks. So we should have about 9 pieces of bacon all up. I'm using some thin, streaky bacon today, but you could use pretty much any bacon you like for this recipe. And we're just going to cook the bacon for about 2 to 3 minutes or until it's lightly browned. Once the bacon's browned, you can drain it off on some paper towel and set it aside for the moment. Next, I've got a sheet of frozen ready roll puff pastry, which I've just allowed to thaw, and placed it onto a baking tray lined with some non-stick baking paper. Now, just using a little sharp knife, what I want you to do is make a small slice. Don't cut all the way through, just give a bit of an indent all the way around each of the edges, about 2 centimetres or about ½ an inch around, just to make a little border. Next, I'm going to put down our sauce. Now, it's entirely up to you what kind of sauce you choose to use. Today, I'm using some semi-dried tomato pesto sauce, but you could just use some pizza sauce, you could use some tomato paste, some tomato sauce, or ketchup. You could even use a bit of pasta sauce if you happen to have some lying around. But just basically spread out that sauce all around the edge. You only want a couple of tablespoons, and just spread it until it just meets that border that you've just drawn with the knife. I've beaten an egg in a cup, and just using a pastry brush or even just your finger, we're just going to brush that border bit around the edge, like so. Just so it goes nice and golden when it goes in the oven. And top with the bacon pieces. And this is ready to go into the oven for the first time. We're putting it into the oven twice. So for the first time, 200 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 10 minutes, or just until those edges there puff up. Our border's puffed up, so last thing to do is to add on our eggs. And what I'm doing is I'm adding 4 eggs, which I'm going to crack one at a time into a cup and just gently pour onto the tart. And that's right to go back into the oven for another 10 minutes or until the yolks are cooked the way you like them. Whether you like them firm or runny, it's entirely up to you. And here we have our completed bacon and egg breakfast tart. Absolutely stunning, beautiful crispy bacon, lovely eggs, and you can smell that beautiful tomato pesto sauce underneath. And look at that golden puff pastry. How gorgeous is this? So yummy. The smell of this is just incredible. All right, I should use a knife and fork, but I'm going to be piggy and just use my hands. Oh my God, that is gorgeous. First thing that hits you is that beautiful taste from the Sundried Tomato Pesto Sauce. Beautiful flavour there. That buttery puff pastry, the bacon, the eggs. This is just absolutely gorgeous. There's zero effort to this, and if you ever want a justification for having pizza for breakfast, you've finally got it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com, and until next time, see you later. This recipe is very easily adapted. You can change it up. Instead of having bacon and egg, you could put a mixture of different vegetables on top. You could put some mushrooms, some capsicum, a little bit of onion. You could pretty much change this up any way you like. I mean, you've just got to come up with your own personal flavours, chuck them on, and trust me, everyone will love it.